What do you want?
You're listening to the DBM Production Empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the Empire today at dbmpe.com.
Groovy.
This time on The Young and the Stupid. Brock is eating so much and having people watch him.
My mom made spaghetti. It's alright.
A robot learns to love and hate.
I hate you.
Oh, Trent. And as if it couldn't get any sadder.
Sorry. Got him.
All this and more on The Young and the Stupid. What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupids on the DVM Production Empire. I am Patrick.
And I'm Bear. And we read the stupid, so you don't have to.
It's going to be a crazy week. Put down your Pokemon Go and just listen to us.
I mean, you don't have to put it down if it's on the phone, but like you should probably charge it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, we'll probably talk about for like 50 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to drain the battery. You should probably plug it in.
You should probably plug it in.
Speaking of plugging it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
There is now an even greater market for something that you didn't even know existed in the
Oh
past.
my god, I love learning about new things.
It's a trend that I believe it started in like South Korea.
Of course.
It first gained notoriety in South Korea. Are you familiar with the website Twitch.tv?
No, but is it like...
It's not a Michael J. Fox fan page.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay, calm down. It's Muhammad Ali fan page.
Oh,
no.
Jeez.
No. No, I'm not. Let's just say I'm not.
Okay, well, it's a
And
website...
we just lost like 12 viewers.
Well, probably.
Listeners.
There it is. All those viewers we lost.
We got none. Anyway.
We're owed 12 now. So Twitch.tv is a website where you can go and watch people play video games.
Okay.
Now, it's... I mean, you can really stream it to do anything, but their terms and conditions were pretty much... They started off as you could play the video game, and it was for video game streaming. And most streamers will have like a picture-in-picture. They'll be like in the lower right corner, lower left corner. Exactly. Yeah. So it's people playing video games, and there's a live chat, and people donate money to these players.
My nephews do that. I go, don't you want to play the video games? They're like, no.
Well, that's the thing. Like
somebody play it.
I've had so many video game experiences where I bought the game and it has wronged me. I'm like, this isn't exactly what I wanted. This isn't fun. The last time I bought a game just like fresh out the gate where I was just like, I don't care, I'm buying it, it looks cool, was Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
And that was a game that was supposed to be set in Chicago with the same kind of, not necessarily realism, but kind of the environment is supposed to be the same as Grand Theft Auto is for L.A., where it's segments of L.A. put together, so it's real locations,
right,
but pieced together in a smaller way. This was supposed to be that for Chicago. It was not. They changed around so much stuff, and they only had a couple of things that were, I don't know, similar at best.
Right.
But that's $60 that I wasted on a game that wasn't actually that fun either.
No. It was like running errands.
So, I mean, I will say that I use this website, too. When a new game comes out, I will go on that website, find someone playing that game, and, just kind of see, like, what's the game about? Like, what's the deal with it? Is it fun, even?
Is it worth it?
Yeah, I'm like, is this a game I would pay $60 for?
Right.
Most of the time it's no. So at least I got to see the game. Okay, that looks interesting. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't buy it, but I got to see what it was. So they have branched out on this website.
Okay.
They have started to include now gaming talk shows and a new segment that you can watch people eat.
Okay.
And that's it.
Sounds normal.
It's
not at all.
It's actually kind of weird. There, like I said, it started in South Korea, and there was a huge thing about it. There was okay, now I'm like painfully white, and I have no culture, so I'm sure I'm gonna say this wrong, but they would call it mukbang, where it's translated to literally eating broadcast.
Oh,
So it's a
okay.
broadcast of it'd be a broadcast of
Mukbang.
yeah, mukbang. Again, white as hell. Probably saying it wrong. But
Oh my God, Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I haven't seen you since college.
Yeah, I went to prison for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tax fraud. But hey, it's over now.
Oh well, that's good. What are you up to now?
Ah, well, I'm doing this thing where it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm get my mukbang on.
Are you a mukbanger?
I'm a mukbanger.
I read about that in Vanity Fair.
Well, yeah, they did a cover story for some reason. Didn't go with me.
No, they went with somebody larger. That's weird.
Yeah, I know. They just didn't think I eat enough.
No, I guess that's. What do you focus on?
I pretty much just eat giant meals of a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no
like dinner.
I could eat lunch.
Oh wow.
Sometimes even breakfast.
So versatile.
If I on Mother's Day I streamed a brunch. It was delightful.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So all those people
Eggs
that
Benedict and all that stuff.
yeah, all those people that didn't have a mom, they were there with me, wishing me happy Mother's Day.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
You do. Do you get paid for this?
I mean, not like in the traditional sense, but I mean, people subscribe to me, and that costs money, and they donate to me, and that costs money. So I mean, yeah, I'm getting paid to eat right now.
Wow.
It's pretty much the dream. It's the dream. It is.
I remember when we were talking about, like, even in your yearbook, like the yearbook said, what do you want to do in 10 years? You said you wanted to get paid to eat.
Yeah.
And you're doing it.
I am. I mean, my menu has expanded. Before it was just corn dogs and tacos.
Wow.
But now I also have pizza.
Yeah. Here I am. I'm wasting my time working as a hedge fund manager. I make millions.
What a loser.
I know.
I bet you have to put on a suit to do that.
I do. Well, sometimes it's more of like a polo khakis kind of thing. We don't really wear the suits anymore.
Oh, okay.
But I could afford so many suits if I wanted to. And then, like, I was just thinking about it the other day while I was out on my yacht. I was thinking, is this what I want to be doing?
No.
No, I think I'd rather be a mukbanger.
'Cause you know what I got? I have a onesie for each Ninja Turtle.
Wow.
Yep. And that's what I wear to eat.
That was the subline on your thing. You said you wanted to eat for a living, and you also wanted to have a onesie for each Ninja Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
And you did it.
Turtle power, man. It's the power of turtle power.
I was telling Kate Upton, I'm dating Kate Upton. I was telling Kate Upton the other day about how I would love to do that, and she's like, "You should try it. You should try it." And then I was just like, "Stop calling me, Kate Upton."
Ugh, God, I know.
But,
I got all these women on the internet just professing their love for me.
Oh yeah,
sending me pictures of their dicks. Like, it's crazy.
So many women dicks.
Yeah. We're gonna stop at that. Trying to mukbang those women dicks.
Trying to mukbang those women dicks.
But yeah, they pass it off as it's like going out to a restaurant with your friends. So I guess the idea of it is you watch someone eat,
them eat a lot.
but you eat with them as well. So it's kind of like you're out to dinner with someone who's constantly ignoring you.
Answering
you're
questions to other people.
Annabelle, talk to me. So I just walked my dog today. Annabelle, just why won't you answer me? But yeah, they start off with the South Korean women that would do this. They would have these giant meals, and like way more than I could eat probably in a day. But they would just sample it all, and just
don't sell yourself short.
man, some of these are pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we'll share a picture that they put in this article of this woman eating this. If this woman could eat all of that, I want to marry her.
Oh yeah.
Because if she can cook all this food, you know there's going to be a lot of food.
If she eats it all, you don't get any of it.
Yeah, but she can just cook more of it.
Okay. Well, I don't know
When the recipe serves too, just like make the recipe twice.
Yeah, banger's got to bang, dude. You never know.
Gotta get my muck on.
Get your mukbang going.
Now they have a lot of people like they compare it to the
people.
Well, they have a lot. They compared it to a lot of. They say with the North Americans doing the food porn on YouTube. Where when
like Saturday at Old Country Buffet.
Well, no, when they get those things like the new was it KFC thing that came out, or was like mac and cheese filled Cheeto thing, or
Ew. No, that's Burger King.
Burger King.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, these disgusting monstrosities that
you can double down.
Yeah, people will film themselves getting one, eating them, reviewing it. So I mean, it's not like this is. I was almost saying like it's not like this is strange. This is totally strange, but it's not like this is a new phenomenon. But now that it's catching on with Twitch, which is an active platform that people pay to watch,
right?
Like subscription is like, was it? I think it's $5 a month.
$5 a month.
Yeah, and
to watch people eat.
Well, that's the thing. You don't even have to pay. You can just watch. $5 is for you to subscribe, and with that subscription,
you get the bonus eatings.
So they can put there's a chat that goes along with it. So there's a live chat of people talking with it. They can put it into sub only mode, so only people who are subscribed are allowed to talk. So that's an incentive for people to be able to talk during the stream. I'm gonna pay $5 a month.
I'm gonna pay $5 to just heckle this guy roundly.
Yeah, but I mean you can still get banned from that, or like banned from those people's chats. But not only is that, but you can have donations. You can have it set up. I don't think it's just any streamer can do it. I think you have to have a certain amount of people following you to do it. So it's not like you could just start up a channel tomorrow and have donations come in.
Right.
But these people can have donations anywhere from like a penny. I think you could set a minimum. I don't know.
A penny.
A penny.
This is what you're worth.
All the way up to like whatever your credit card limit is.
Yeah.
Like as long as it goes through, you can have it. Like, you can send in that donation. If you have a limit of $10,000, you can send a $10,000 donation.
That's when I think about it as a career.
Yeah. Well, I seem like, you can just...
Today is an entire box of ho-hos.
For every $100, I'll put another one in my mouth.
I'll put another one in my mouth. Whole ho-hos.
So they have... They describe it as companionship. It's like people eating dinner in other rooms. Like, okay, so it's a broken family.
Yeah,
is what you're portraying.
My household.
Everyone eats in different rooms, and the only way you talk to each other is by screaming down the hall or texting. Yay. Family.
Childhood.
But yeah, Twitch launched their creative channels in 2015. And they did something cool. They decided to broadcast the entirety of Bob Ross's The Joy of Painting.
Which is now on Netflix and occupies a good amount of my life when I'm bored.
I mean,
Did you ever actually watch an episode of that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, man. I watched it.
He's like, I'm just going to take a little green. And then I'm going to put it... A mountainscape in a house. One swipe.
A little bit of titanium white.
Titanium white. I'm going to put it up there, and there you have it. A house, a river, one of those paddle things that brings in the water, all one swipe of a brush. I'm Bob Ross. Good night.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Yeah,
Make sure you have a fan brush.
So yeah, these are the creative things. And they have a creative channel for cooking, so someone can have a cooking show on there. But now they've decided to create a whole section. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I'm going to stream on my cooking channel, and then I'm going to close off here, and then I'm going to go on to my eating channel, and then I'm going to close off here, and then go play on my gaming channel.
Right.
And then a few hours from now, I'm going to go back to my cooking channel.
And then after that, and then somewhere in between there, the napping channel will be live.
Oh yeah, but I'm going to do it like in a creative way, so I'm allowed to do it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There's people that are just a little too open with things sometimes, but they do have some rules where they have banned things. Okay, so they released multiple rules.
No bananas.
Well, it's funny you say that because I believe it was China.
Yeah.
Where they banned the erotic banana eating, like we talked about before. So this is that mukbang of people eating on string.
That mukbang.
That mukbang. You know
that mukbang.
You know, a little bit of mukbang.
What you doing over there, Cletus?
I'm doing my mukbang.
Oh, mukbang, right about that Vanity Fair.
Yeah, no.
What you doing reading Vanity Fair? I like the articles. Find out Hugo Boss.
They got them samples in there. I don't even take a shower to rub a Vanity Fair. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I concur.
I concur. They say a lot of Vanity Fair.
So they released multiple rules outlining unacceptable behavior, including, this is in addition to all their normal rules where they have no nudity. You can't even, I think they cracked down on, like, women
No
can't,
mukbang banging.
you can't have, like, a low-cut shirt that shows cleavage
Oh,
because kids use the site, so
Right.
they want to make it as kid-friendly as possible. So when you're screaming obscenities at a video game, they don't see the top of your breasts.
Right.
So they
Friendly,
have,
mukbanger approved.
I mean, you can get banned. Like, some people, like, try to go around and trolling people, where they'll send the streamer a link to, like, a YouTube video, and it's got a racist song and it's naked people. So if the streamer shows that on stream, they can get banned and lose their account.
Oh, no.
Yeah, which is another reason why people do the subscriptions. So it's like, if you want to troll someone, you just gotta give them money to do it.
Yeah. Go ahead, troll me.
So these are the rules that they put in addition to. So you cannot be a channel that's primarily drinking alcoholic beverages, such as taking shots, drinking games, binge drinking, or drinking parties.
Boo! That was gonna be my idea.
Yeah, it's like, hey, who wants to? You
How
should.
many shots until I fall down?
I don't want to bang my head on the wall or anything. But it's gonna happen.
Today we have Fireball. Tomorrow, Jameson.
The day after, rehab.
29 days later, Fireball again. We'll find out what we learned.
Surprise, it's nothing. Another rule, eating items or food not meant for human consumption, such as pet food, toxic substances, bodily fluids, refuse, or inedible objects.
Today on Mukbanging, we're going to drink an entire bottle of Windex.
Tastes so blue.
Tastes very blue. Oh, there it is. The convulsant.
So what they're saying is you can't have pet food. So if you have some food and you're eating it, can't feed it to your dog because then it becomes dog food.
Why can't you eat pet food?
Because it's not necessarily considered for human consumption, so they don't want to have people encouraging
I had a friend
poor
who
behaviors.
used to eat the milk bones.
Was your friend Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon?
No, but he used to sit there and go, and I'm like, you'd eat them.
I mean, they had these beef jerky treats that I smell. I'm like, I swear to God, this is just beef jerky. And I looked at the ingredients.
It's beef jerky.
And I looked at it, I'm like, this is fucking beef jerky. And I took a bite of it. I'm like, this is just beef jerky. There's just
my dog beef jerky.
There's just way less salt in it. Why does it cost? Oh, because there's no salt in it.
There it is.
I was like, I don't want to be that guy, but I just want to buy a bag of this and put it in like a normal beef jerky bag. Like,
Yeah,
Jack Link's is delicious now. Excuse me, I gotta go outside. I gotta take a leak. Other things they can't have food challenges or contests such as chugging, snorting, or binge/speed eating.
Oh, there goes my spaghetti snort challenge.
Food challenges or contests involving the exchange of money, goods, or services, such as eating or shots for dares or for money. So the whole thing of...
So no fun. They're saying no fun.
You can't do stuff for money. Even though you can
snort that wasabi.
You can subscribe and people can donate, and when they donate, they can say a message. Some people set it up so it has like a text to speech. So when someone writes it out, it'll actually say it over the broadcast. I mean, that's how people get in trouble.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's just say a bunch of terrible things, and then it's just broadcasting that over the channel. You see the person on the screen just with the face of, really? This is what you wanted to spend money on?
Yeah.
There's also things as you can't have a channel of feeding others, such as pets or babies.
Oh, well, yeah.
But they didn't say you can't force feed and binge, like force your baby to binge eat. Like you can't binge eat and you can't force feed. You can't force feed your baby to binge eat. Baby, eat this chicken.
Baby.
Hey, baby.
Baby, this is a rack of ribs.
I want them clean.
Hey, baby. Ever had a spiral cut ham before? You gonna today.
Hey, baby. Have you ever eaten 50 hard-boiled eggs like Cool Hand Luke? Well, you're gonna.
You gotta.
Hey, baby. No, go ahead.
No, go.
Hey, baby. Have you ever heard of a kitchen sink?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
Never heard of the colonial kitchen sink.
it's like a gallon of ice cream and a bunch of other stuff.
You're
gonna have diabetes before your first birthday.
Oh, God.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes Junior.
Oh, man. What?
Did you have one?
I was trying to think of something. Hey, baby. Do you know? You ever had a whole pig? We've been cooking this one for the past 12 hours.
We're gonna feed it to you,
feed it to you.
and then we're gonna roast you.
Some say the cheeks are the best part. Not that side, the other side.
Yeah.
Anyway, diabetes.
Hey, baby. You know those 3-foot pixie sticks?
Oh, God.
You're gonna cut off the ends of both of it, pour it on the table, and then snort it through the straw. Get those baby lungs working. I don't care if you were born into an iron lung. You gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it, baby. You wanna be a Twitch star, or don't you? Kid's like, I don't want to be.
Wow,
How with that attitude?
Well, you're speaking pretty fluently for a baby.
I know. I've had to learn so quickly.
There's just so many boundaries you keep on crossing. The nurses have been working double time with me. Like
seriously, you need to learn the word no.
I just had French lessons right before you got here.
Right before here. Next, I'll learn to walk. Oh man. Speaking of learning,
do you know the 3 laws of robotics?
not off the top of my head. I know one of it is they can't harm us.
Wow, that's just an oversimplification, and that's pretty wrong.
Is that okay?
I mean, it's right, but it's wrong. So the first,
let's be clear. This is the laws, the Asimov laws, right?
yes,
So it's the laws of a writer who had really no background in robotics.
yet these are always referred to whenever there's a robot incident.
Okay.
So we have
Incident, like when they're killing things.
allegedly.
Okay.
So rule number 1: a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
Okay. So like what I said.
Yeah, except the second part and most of the words. Yeah, but yeah, same thing.
Exactly.
Rule number 2: a robot must obey orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law.
Okay.
So
You can't tell it to hurt someone else.
right. And then the last one is a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
Okay, so don't hurt people.
Yeah, don't hurt people.
Yeah, I was right.
Don't listen to me hurt people. And don't hurt yourself unless it's going to hurt people. Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more. So, that being said,
Beep, 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 beep. He's singing.
that being said,
There was a robot.
there once was a robot.
There once was a robot who attacked a 16-month-old Harwin Cheng
Oh,
at,
yeah?
at a mall.
So what was the robot doing in the mall?
The robot is there. It works there. It patrols. It's got cameras and sensors. It drives around looking for weird shit happening, and if it sees it, it'll tell its human overlords.
What's the weird shit?
It just says if it sees anything out of the ordinary. I don't know how a robot determines what's unusual behavior at a mall, because I see some weird, really fucked up things. But none of it has been like, we need a robot here.
Right.
And even then, the robot's just like walking around going, guys, they're doing stuff.
They're doing stuff wrong.
Yeah, the robot, his name is the Nightscope K5. And he looks like a...
It's not Nightscope K5. It's called the Nightscope K5.
Oh, well, no, it's Nightscope K5.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the top of a rocket ship or like a space trash can.
Okay.
We'll put the picture on our Stupid Talking Stupid Facebook page so you
go.
can see it. But it stands 5 feet tall and 300 pounds.
Well,
So yeah, it goes around. It's got wheels. It's just like a walking trash can or a driving around trash can. The human security guards can send it places in the mall to go check it out. So We go from having...
They weren't lazy enough.
That's exactly where I was going with this. So, they went from having to walk around the mall to having segways to now just having robots do it for them.
Perfect.
As if being a mall security guard was that stressful of a job.
Right.
Listen, I don't mean to belittle you if you're a mall security guy or girl, but you're guarding a mall. What's the big deal? You have to deal with unruly teenagers. So do teachers. But yeah, this robot, the creators have described it as possessing a commanding physical presence combined with advanced technology. And using these two things, it has knocked over a child and gave him a boo-boo.
What was the child doing? Did the child deserve it? Was it talking shit?
Well, I mean, they issued a statement.
Does it want to be a mukbanger?
Are you talking about the robot or the child?
Both.
Yes.
Robot mukbanging station would be huge. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't think you're allowed to force feed a robot, although it's not in the rules.
No rules. Anyway, so
hey, robot baby.
Robot baby.
But yeah, the Nightscope.
What, do you get a whole bucket of chicken?
They described it as a freakish accident, stressing that the K5 has driven more than 25,000 miles without any occurrences.
So the kid ran in front of it, and it couldn't stop?
Well, that's what they're saying, is that a child left the vicinity of his guardians and began running towards the machine. The machine veered to the left to avoid the child, but the child ran backwards directly into the front quarter of the machine, at which point the machine stopped and the child fell on the ground. The machine sensors registered no vibration alert, and machine motors did not fault as they would when encountering an obstacle. Once the guardians retrieved the child and the path was clear, the machine resumed patrolling. So,
did it roll over the child as it went?
Nope.
That's what I pictured happening.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a thing of it just hit him and like kept on going, and just like off-road monster trucking on this child's foot. But really, it's the kid ran up to the robot. The robot tried to stop. The kid tripped on it.
Can I talk to someone in charge?
Hello. What can I help you out with?
Okay, so our nephew Connor, he got ran over by your your security robot.
Oh, the K5?
Yeah, his aunt saw it. His aunt, you're remarkably quiet for the first time ever. I don't know why I'm asking you to talk, but go ahead, tell him what you saw.
Listen, I'm just saying, there's a robot and it attacked my young little boy, my special little boy.
Don't be melodramatic.
No, I'm just. Did you not see the Terminator movies?
I did see the
Those
Terminator
robots
movies.
were here to fight
I
us.
saw the Terminator movies.
I know, but you act like they're not real.
They're not.
What happened to Connor?
Connor was being stupid.
No, the robot
Connor,
attacked him.
Weren't you being stupid?
No, he could not be stupid.
Look at him. He doesn't even know I'm talking to him.
Because you're yelling at him, Philip.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. You deserved it. You need to give that robot a commendation.
Sir, I don't know what seemed to be the problem here. So your child ran into the...
My idiot nephew ran.
He's not an idiot, okay?
Evelyn, I swear to God.
He's just very exuberant.
He's not... That's new parent talk for idiots.
Listen, I didn't want to be here today, but you said you wanted him out of the house so we come out.
I wanted to go to the mall. I wanted to go to the mall because he needs new shoes.
And the robot attacked him.
The robot did not attack. The robot was doing his job.
You got these new shoes for him, and now the robots have been attacking him ever since.
My God.
It's just like you bought him the robot attacking shoes.
I did not. You think that the shoes attracted the robot?
Well, he's never been attacked by a robot before.
She's dumb as a box of rocks. I'm sorry about that.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do right
now. You're not supposed to do anything. We just let her talk.
He should do something.
He's not going to do. What's he going to do? Fire the robot? You want the robot fired?
Yes, I want this robot fired. I want him replaced. I want an apology from all
if
robots.
Only I could fire and replace you, Evelyn. I swear to God.
Listen, I'm just saying. I want to make sure Connor's okay.
Connor, are you fine? Connor, Connor wasn't fine when he got here. You think he's fine now? He's not fine.
Well, so what you're saying
why
is
he staring? Connor, why are you staring at a wall?
because he's traumatized by the robots.
No, he always stares at
The
a wall.
robots
and then he
are
laughs.
attacking.
The kid does. He sits there and he goes, I think there's something wrong with him.
Yeah,
I think it happened a lot. Hey, do not talk about my nephew like that. I could talk about my nephew like that.
Yeah, don't talk about Connor
Evelyn,
like that.
shut it.
No, he's being mean. He's
Evelyn,
like,
lock
maybe
it up.
he controlled the robot.
Did you control the robot?
No, the robot's all on its own.
I believe him.
Oh, so you just let these maniacal robots just go around and do whatever they want, attacking my child?
That's a good question. Do you let him go around attacking children?
No, he's got sensors. This shouldn't have happened. He probably jumped in the way of it.
Yeah, see, I told you, he's an idiot. Look
No,
at him.
he's not.
Look, he is licking that poster. He's licking that
going
poster.
to be on a roll every year.
Yeah.
Every year. Okay? He's a smart boy.
No.
Yeah, he gets
No,
all.
he's not.
He puts away all of his toys.
He puts away all of his toys after I yell at him 5 times to do it.
Well, maybe if you were just nicer to him, he'd respond.
Oh, you think if I was nicer? Oh, here. Hey, Connor, you want a cookie? Oh, no. You gotta put your toys away, Connor!
Well, I mean, you were getting there with the incentive, but then you just started yelling at him.
Okay, yeah,
This is
my
why
fault.
I have such trouble communicating with you.
I swear to God.
You start yelling,
Only
and you
when
get
your
all this
idiot sister gets
confrontational.
back from her vision walk or whatever the hell she's on, she can go back to being a parent.
Annabeth needs her time.
Is her name still Annabeth? I thought her name was like Punda or
Once she
or
finishes the
Walking
walk,
Flower or
she
whatever.
has to finish her spiritual walk.
And then
It's
she
like you
changes
haven't
her
even
name.
listened to a thing I said.
I really didn't.
Oh my goodness, Philip.
She used to walk
Philip.
on coals with Tony Robbins. Now she's searching for herself. It's called being unemployed. She's not vision walking. She's unemployed.
You're just not open enough to understand her situation.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm closed off. Going to work 40 hours so we could buy Connor shoes so he could assault hardworking American robots.
Oh, he did no such
I
thing.
saw him. He said it too. He said it to himself or
Look,
that imaginary friend
he's got a scrape on his knee.
Yeah, and he's learned a lesson.
There's no scrapes on the robot, so how could he have
'cause
attacked
the robot's
robot?
tougher. You be tough like the robot, Connor.
So it's robot bullying is what we have here.
That's right.
I'm
I think
calling
you're
the news.
bullying the robot.
I'm
You're right,
calling
it is.
the news.
It is. You're
There's
robot bullying
No,
that robot.
robots are bullying our children,
That is
and
not
this
true.
is the number one problem with America.
This is the number one problem with
Yes.
America. This one robot.
Yes, this robot's
Evelyn, you
attacking
need to
the
start
human.
watching the news.
I don't want it. It's so negative.
But yeah, robots, am I
The
right?
robots.
So yeah,
Should,
yeah. This kid has like a little scrape on it. It's something you
are they
would get.
suing? Why do I feel
No,
like they're suing?
no, because the company that made Nightscope, they reached out to the family multiple times to apologize in person.
Honestly, I think it's just time because I watched the video of that guy kicking that 4-legged robot around. I think that robot just got a little bit of payback.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like they keep on finding newer and better ways to get robots to help us. I'm like, that's what iRobot was about,
That's what iRobot was about, and that's what Skynet's going to be.
and that's what like
The Matrix.
what's
you
that
know?
Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
That was a computer that went crazy.
Yep,
It's robots, man.
they're coming.
Oof, I don't want to deal with it.
We probably deserve it.
Speaking of deserving it,
No. Worst segue ever.
Pokemon Go
Ugh.
has invaded places. It is not welcome. Whether it's people's businesses,
Right next door.
people's businesses are like, I have all these kids coming in and fucking around in my store. Apparently there's some Pokemon stuff going on here. I don't know why they put it in my business. But yeah, some people get angry about it.
I think some people, it brings people to their areas.
Yeah, they do. They said that there's like a new business strategy of so Pokemon Go. If you are one of the few people who have not heard about it,
You're under a rock.
it's a game where you can go around and catch Pokemon in real life, and there's stations and gyms that people can go stop at to get stuff or to fight people, like fight other people's Pokemon. And it's a huge hit with pretty much anyone from kids up to, people older than me have been playing it. I could say
And
that.
it's,
I could say
I'm
that
gonna
confidently because
I'm going
you
to say
play
it's really good, for people who don't get out and walk around, for people who don't like talk to other people.
Yeah, it's an augmented reality game where you have to be in real life places in order to achieve results in the game. You actually have to physically walk anywhere from 2 to 10 kilometers in the game to achieve other benefits. Like there's eggs that can hatch that they can only hatch by walking. So it's actually getting people out of the house, walking around, interacting with strangers in public, because these Pokestops are just in public spaces, so everyone can essentially meet up there if they wanted to. There's more things downtown than there are in the suburbs.
Yeah.
The suburbs, they kind of space them out, but with downtown, it's like every block has a couple on them. So you see like a lot of people gathering in these big places, and they're all just on their phones, but they're still being extremely social.
See, they're being extremely social, but this is one of the things like that I was thinking like this is the beginning of the end with like people just not looking up.
Yeah.
You know,
there have been numerous reports of. There's been a lot of reports out there that like there have been fake ones, or people have been getting stabbed because they're playing Pokemon Go in like a bad neighborhood. But then there's
people are using the Pokestops to like bring them there and rob them.
Yeah, there's real stories out there of people setting up. You can set up these things. It's a lure. It goes at these Pokestops, so it's a fixed location, and it's a bonus that gets activated for a small amount of time, and it draws people to it because they see the bonus happening and they want to cash in on the bonus. So you show up there, and if it's late at night, you show up to a strange neighborhood on foot. I mean,
that's bad.
I don't want to say you shouldn't be surprised that you're getting jumped,
but
at the same time,
you shouldn't be surprised.
If you didn't have the game, would you be walking around that neighborhood at that time of night thinking, oh, this is fine?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll be good.
There's also been a story of, I believe it was a young girl, found a dead body because she was playing Pokemon Go and just walking around in a place that I guess people haven't walked around for a couple days, and found a dead body.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but now...
But you did get a Pikachu.
I mean, probably the most insensitive.
Insensitive is the word.
Yeah.
But is it random? Is it random?
That's the thing. It's not even random.
So
if you look
at some guy whose job it is to be like, put this here, we'll put this here, we'll put this here.
Well, I mean,
anything maybe with the name church or
like
a lot of churches.
These things are extremely popular with churches and parks.
Yes.
So you get a bunch of grown men hanging out in parks.
I'm wondering if there's like
phone.
some algorithm or something.
Well, no, because they have
park in it. Anything with because what's the one? There's another one like this where you go around and you can take bases.
Ingress.
Yeah,
this is a game that came out a few years
ago. That one you're able to start a base.
Yeah, and I think it's the same company that made that game.
Okay.
So I think they've just built off of what was already existing. They just overlaid a new game on the same map.
Then that explains it.
I mean, if people were able to create
like the one that we were by with the three, like the memorial things and everything like that, that seems like somebody would make it a base.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that makes sense now.
So.
Okay. Get to the bad.
The United States Holocaust Memorial Museum issued a statement on Monday that requested visitors to stop playing Pokemon Go on its premises. So yeah, this game is getting people out and playing, but the problem is there's some kind of there's something at the Holocaust Museum that is making people play the game there.
Well, that's the other thing you got to get to is that certain Pokemon are in certain areas, like water ones are near water and blah blah blah. And there is like apparently like somewhere in like a rainforest is a rare Pokemon.
Well,
that you would have to go to a volcano or something.
There's a gym. So these things you have to be within a very small radius to be around in order for it to activate. So they found there's one on a fountain, like in a big body of water. It's like a huge man-made lake, I think, in a park somewhere. And the fountain is a gym. The only way you can get to that gym is either by swimming out there or taking like a kayak, which is what people did. There are pictures online of people taking a kayak out to a fountain in the middle of a lake to claim a gym because you can't get to it. You can't reach it from the shore.
Right.
But with the Holocaust Museum, I want to say I hope this picture is photoshopped and it's fake. But there is a screenshot because you can take screenshots, augmented reality. You can take pictures. I'm sure you've seen them.
I took a photo of a Pidgey on my dad's shoulder today.
Yeah, you can take pictures of Pokemon wherever location you're at. And apparently, I hope someone just was a terrible person and took the time to Photoshop it. But there's a Pokemon. His name is Coughing, and he's a poison gas Pokemon. And they're saying that's the one that they found at the Holocaust Museum. Which I don't know if you know this, but that's a teensy bit insensitive.
A little bit.
Probably the worst thing that has come out of this.
Yeah.
But I mean, besides the Holocaust Museum, Pokemon have also been caught at the September 11th Memorial in New York. But again, these things have been set up. This is an overlay from an old system. Again, I don't know if a lot of these things could have been generated using Google Maps. So anything that had park in it, because if you drive by a park, the Pokestop comes up, and you get a little picture of where the stop is.
Right.
So it'll have one of like the sign for the park of, Sundrop Park, like so you can see where exactly it is. Because the map overlay is just a generic, kind of like the original, like old school GPSs, where it was just the white was the road, and then all the blue was the land around it. So you could just drive around on the roads. Nothing was a realistic image unless you did the augmented reality. But yeah, they have all these things sitting around that I'm sure Google Maps populated some of it, like with the parks and everything. But if this is like you said, if it's possible that someone did it with Ingress, where they can make a spot, all it takes is one person being a dick to do that, and they can't do anything about it. Like the museum can't do anything about it. They can complain about it.
They can ask.
But I mean, maybe they can go in and take stuff out. I don't know, but
they should.
I feel like if of anything, like there's the bitter people of the get off my lawn and the stay out of my business. You want to block people from going to your business because they're playing a game, that's fine. Other businesses are embracing it, and they have seen a nice uptick in profits because they're offering special deals for people based off of the teams they have in the game or just playing the game there.
And it's happened when it was released last Thursday.
Yeah,
this has been out a week.
It's been a week and is now the number one game, the number one mobile game. Like it's surpassed Angry Birds.
Yeah, and it surpassed Tinder. Like Tinder downloads.
Yeah,
like all of them.
Oh, it did it for Twitter too.
Yeah.
So there's more people playing Pokemon Go than there are that have Twitter on their phones.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Crazy.
But yeah, that's the security guard there is like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the game itself, but maybe the game services could consider where they are placing the Pokemon or whatever. You should come here to see everything and to respect the memorial, not to just catch a Pokemon.
True.
Which
I agree.
I've never been so agreeable to someone like trying to make rules. I'm like, this is a pretty good rule.
Something.
Oh man. I mean, I'll admit, I play the game. I enjoy it because I have walked more in the last week than I have in the previous month.
Right.
I'm talking like miles a day.
Yep. Just to get
like there are days I get home from walking. I'm like, God, my feet hurt. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm, not just sitting on my ass all day.
Right. Well, and I mean, there's, especially when it comes to and you're very aware, like you were talking about before, you're very aware of traffic, of things to do in traffic, things not to do in traffic. Like, because if you want to slow down and do something, you got to make sure you're out of the way or everything like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to other drivers who just don't care.
So,
And
disclaimer of the, you're not supposed to use your phone while driving, whatever.
yeah,
So people play this game when they're driving.
yeah.
I'm guilty of it. I don't talk on the phone when I'm driving, and I don't text when I'm driving. But I can have this open on my lap, and I can, like, get the vibration notifications of, like, oh, there's something nearby. And I'll pull off on the side of the road, or I'll pull into a parking lot, take care of business, and then go on my way. But if you're driving past these, like, Pokestops, and they're just, like, on the side of the road, there's nowhere to pull over, and you got someone behind you. You're trying to go slow to, like, activate it, but you can't, and then you got someone behind you, like, get the fuck out of the way, man. It's 40-mile-per-hour street, and you're going 10.
Right.
What's going on here? I'm like, listen, man, I need the bonus.
I'm just trying to get a Pokestop.
Like, come on.
Well, it could be even worse if you're not playing Pokemon Go at all. If you're doing something that you would normally do at home, like say, I don't know, praying.
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida. I thought you're looking at me like, where are you going with this?
Yeah,
trying to find a segue.
No, you don't need a segue to get into our one of our favorite segments.
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Just a quick one for Oh, Florida. Because with Oh, Florida, we don't do full segments. We just do, oh, Florida. So a 28-year-old woman was taken to the hospital for evaluation after driving into a house last week. The woman told the county sheriff's office that she was praying at the time and had her eyes closed. This is, I think, the first time anyone's actually believed the song "Jesus Take the Wheel."
Good Lord.
Yeah, she was cited for reckless driving and property damage.
But she was praying. Well, you could pray to get the money to pay for that person's house.
And if it's the street that they showed, so it's a three-way intersection. So she comes in from the side. She has to turn left or right. Apparently, while she was praying, just kind of went right through the intersection and bam, hit a house.
What was she praying for?
I don't know. Probably not to hit a house.
Dear Lord, please make me get home soon.
My favorite eater is going to be on
Twitch. My favorite mukbanger is going to be on Twitch, and I do not want to miss it. They're finally going to make that baby eat a party sub.
Hey, baby Jesus! Let me get home so I can watch someone feed a baby to a baby.
Smash!
Oh, baby Jesus!
Oh, baby Jesus!
You
let me down.
I'm gonna make you eat a deli tray.
You let me down, baby Jesus. Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Makes you kind of want to blow up the world.
Blow up the whole world, but you shouldn't.
I shouldn't. Because there is a ray of light here.
Oh
today.
my God. Sorry.
I don't know if you were going somewhere with that or if that was just going to be my background music. So we have a story.
I was mumbling so we didn't have to pay Madonna.
Oh, I couldn't understand what you were saying, so yeah, it worked. Well, yeah, now she knows. Now when she's listening to this, she's going to be like, these sons of bitches.
She's gonna, with a fake British accent.
Oh, I can't believe they done this.
These sons of bitches.
I'm going to go mukbang and then take a...
Mukbang and then...
Well, I'm going to... Hey, baby lawyer.
Baby lawyer.
Sue these bitches.
Drop those bagels and get over here.
I'm slowly turning into her in, like, a Cockney.
Yeah, right.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hi, governor. So,
Weird.
The story's out of India. More than 800,000 people churned out to an event of hoping to break a world record.
So many Pokemon caught.
I know, right? Well, that's the thing. That it's only released... Pokemon Go is only out in North America right now. But if you know how to deal with... Like, if you know how to, like, force download things, like... Most people, they just go to the App Store. If it's not there, oh well. But you can get the actual file for Pokemon Go on your phone if you can, download it the bad way.
Right.
And you can get the game on your phone that way. So people in Europe are already playing. But
no, these people are doing something more productive.
Yeah, they have distributed 50 million tree saplings across the state to help India increase its forest cover and to break the Guinness World Record for the number of trees planted in 24 hours.
That's awesome.
Which was set by Pakistan in 2013, with 847,275 trees.
Just 20 years, those trees will be giving off some serious oxygen.
Oh my god, I can't wait to just breathe it.
Nope, still smells like curry.
Yep. So they're planting these trees, and they said unfortunately, like 60% of the saplings survive. So it's important for the government to check it. So they're monitoring these trees, but they planted 50 million trees in a day.
Wow.
I mean, it's
a lot.
That's a lot. That's each person planting at least 5 trees.
That's great.
10 trees, 100 trees, 1 billion trees. I don't know.
A lot of trees.
Like, someone probably only planted one. Like, they are just like, hey, baby tree!
Some slacker.
Go on the ground!
Like, I'm too full. I can't. They eat so much food.
It's a nice thing, because, I mean, the amount of deforestation that's been going on in the world, because we go through trees like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
We need them for a lot of things.
It should be an ad campaign.
Save the rainforest.
We go through trees like a motherfucker.
So yeah, they have decided. Let's see, the government designated more than $6.2 billion for their cause, and they pledged to push their forest cover to 235 million acres by 2030.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're serious about. It's not even just helping them.
India. We're serious about trees.
Yeah. I just want to be treated right.
It's all about the way you treat them.
Man, that's welcome.
I got a million. Anyway.
Welcome to the Holocaust Museum. If you could please put away your phones and stop catching Pokemon, this is a big fucking deal. What is wrong with you? Go home.
Terrible.
That's the worst, man. Like, how do you not? I mean, I feel like they couldn't scroll through just every single stop. Like, there's probably how many Pokestops do you think are in Illinois alone?
Oh, I don't know.
Like 1 million.
Metric fuck ton.
Metric fuck.
Well, I remember because it's like when I went to Pearl Harbor. Okay,
so,
I went to Pearl Harbor. There was a couple like there's foreign tourists.
Yeah.
Like they were German. And the whole thing is, when you go to the Pearl Harbor Memorial, you are not allowed to talk because it's a graveyard.
Yeah.
And these people were just blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh my god, So finally, a naval officer in full uniform came over and alerted them to their, shutting up.
Yeah.
And they were quiet the whole thing, but it's the same thing.
Hi. Thanks for coming. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. This is, you're not supposed to talk. And I would imagine...
we couldn't talk? I did not see a sign.
Oh. Yeah. Like, if you guys hadn't told Japan to do this, we would be standing here right now anyway. Jerks.
I mean, we might, but we'd be drinking fruity drinks out of an umbrella cup.
True. Nonetheless. But yeah, I think it's just lack of respect.
Yeah, it's incredibly lack of respect. I mean, who the fuck was it? There was some celebrity that got, I didn't want to say blown up, but like they got roasted hard because someone, I can't think of this person, but they were like taking selfies. Oh, I think it might even just been tourists too. But people go to like the memorials and they take selfies of it, like they're smiling, like, oh my god.
Well, stupid fucking Justin Bieber.
Maybe that's
went to Anne Frank's house.
Oh,
and in the book wrote,
God, yeah.
I like to think she would have been a believer.
Dude, the complete lack,
like an idiot,
of just any kind of
usually continue to complain after the ray of light, but we've gotten back down there.
Yeah.
Anyway, nonetheless, but yeah, what an idiot.
Man, these trees.
Ooh. So much oxygen. Pew, pew, pew. Where can they find us online?
And the fire is bright. And the sky is gray. You can find us individually on Twitter at Patrick Newsom42.
Oh, that's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can follow this podcast at Stupid Tweeting, or look for us on Facebook by searching for Stupid Talk Stupid.
Or go to dvmpe.com.
Empire.
And make sure you go, if you're going to go buy anything, you're going to go buy Pokemon materials of that nature, go to Amazon link. Wait, they might want a shirt or a Pikachu doll or some shit. I don't even know. Go through our Amazon link because that helps us get money for the website and all that stuff. If you are going to be at freaking San Diego Comic-Con, David Vox Mullen and Nick Monoragas are going to be there, so
Kissing.
I'm sure you'll check David Vox Mullen. He will have a jersey that says DVMPE on it, so go up and smack him in the back of the head and say, that's from Stupid's Talking Stupid.
Yep.
I would love it if I got a phone call and that happened.
He'll probably listen to this beforehand, so he'll be like watching around, like, all
I know,
paranoid.
right?
Like, all these people are just kind of like someone's adjusting their shirt or waving to their friend. He's like, stop it! No.
That'll be great. That's going to do it for this week. We will be back next week with more stupid stuff. For Stupid Talking Stupid, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll see you later.
This is mine.